Hello and welcome to another video brought to you by the good people at FM Wonderkids. Today we are reviewing Season 7 of the Wolverhampton Wonderkids series. Now, do us a favour, if you like what we do here on the channel, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and head on over to Patreon if you really want to support the channel. You can download all the shortlists that we use and the tactics that we use in this particular game and all the other games we've got up here on the interweb. Now, why should you subscribe, especially if you're new? Wonderkids videos going up every Monday, this series every Wednesday, and Man United every Friday. You'll never miss a video. Click the little notification bell. Now, let's get straight into reviewing our season. Wolves 2025-2026 season review. It was a memorable season for Wolves as they tasted success in the European Champions Cup and the Carabao Cup. We won the European Cup and we won the Carabao Cup. We won the Champions League. Wolves had been expected to make much of the Wolves had been expected to make much of the Premier Division title running ultimately flattered to deceive, and qualification for continental competition will have done little to distract from the feeling that they should have really performed a little better. I butchered that, but yeah, they're right. We didn't do too well in the league. We ended up finished third. It's not horrendous, but we were some way off the pace. Patrick Kluivert managed the majority of this season. I came in January and I just signed under 18s players. Essentially, I did the transfer market at the start, set up the tactics, bang, delegated out to Patrick. Came in, bought some under 18s players, signed some new contracts for our players, bang, handed out to Patrick. Came in about April 24th, lovely jubbly, a couple of European Cup semi-finals, got to the final, bang, as you saw in the last episode, hopefully if you did miss it, European Cup final against Man United at Old Trafford. We absolutely smashed their back doors in. We lost in the semi-final to our second arch rival, or you would call our bogey team, Bournemouth, in the FA Cup. Finished third in the league and we won the Champions League. Average attendance 43,000. That's 99% full. So hopefully we can expand that, to be honest with you. Let's have a little look. Let's talk to the club. Let's see if we can talk to the board here, shall we? See if we can expand that stadium. Facilities. Improved training facilities, improved youth. Maybe because we've already done it. Youth, data, training, youth. Maybe because we've just expanded the stadium, or maybe the work is still being carried out. Updates on that coming soon, very, very soon. Let's go straight into our transfers then. This is what we like to do straight away. Go to our transfer history. We'll tell you the out, who went out. Catrone left eventually. We shipped them out on loan, but we sold them this time, 24 million, rising to 13 million to Schalke. Gibbs White on loan again, still playing that 4-4-2 formation, so we had to get rid of a couple of midfielders on loan. We're passing the buck down the road, to be honest with you, but we'll probably have to sell Gibbs White because he doesn't fit into our plans. Big buys then, only two real big buys. We looked at the weakest areas of our squad and we improved them greatly. Bang, first one goalkeeper, Sandy Fayette. Look at those boosh statistics. A 20-year-old French goalkeeper. We signed that wonder kid. One-on-ones kick in. He's got the whole lot. He cost us a lot of money, £40 million. Next up, right back. The thinking behind this was didn't really have a backup left back apart from Karamoko Dembele, who kept performing pretty poorly in the position because it's not really his position. So we bought a right back, wonder kid. This guy here, he cost us about 50 million quid. But idea being that Max Aarons then, he competes with Max Aarons for that right back spot, and then we have cover for the left back spot then as well from this guy and from Max Aarons really in general. The rest of them are under 18s and under 17 players, just to boost that squad. As we know, our under 18 manager performed poorly last year. It's So we wanted to support him a bit more again. And generally, this is going to act as a feeder. The under-18s and the under-23 is going to act as a feeder club for our main squad. We just keep buying these players in. A lot of them we got on free transfers here, to be honest with you. So they might not be that good eventually, but we picked them up for free and they got decent enough potential ability. So that is that, to be honest with you guys. 91 million spent, 27 million recouped. Let's have a look at the squad. So Sunnyfire obviously steps straight in for 2 hits. Belcom then goes out on loan, I'm assuming. I mean, I'm assuming I'm the manager of the team. We must have sent him out on loan. How do I check that? Belcom goes out on loan. Under 23s. Bang, bang, bang. Squad. Bang. There it is. Yeah, Belcom. He's out on loan there. Where did he go? Bristol City. Show us your Bristol Cities. So let's just get back to that screen there. Like I say, Aaron's and the new guy competing at right back. Fritas then steps into with Hoy. Played another 40-odd games this season, developing really, really well. 22 years old, so he's got another good season worth of development in him. Durot's the left back again, developing really good. The back four really becoming quite solid now in terms of not having to chop and change them. Still Neves and Tonali in the middle. Neves actually 29 now. 29 years old, but yeah, really, really world class. 56 games. I think he won. I'll say it. I think he won the Ballon d'Or this year, or the player of the two. What's the word? Competitions: the Ballon d'Or and the Player of the Year. And Neves won one, and Haaland won the other one. So Neves and Haaland, the absolute phenomenal performers. So the team then stays the same apart from really Fayette and the right back situation that we spoke of. Tactics then very similar again. The only change we did make is we're more attacking more regularly in terms of mentality. Everything else stayed the same in terms of 4-4-2 or 4-2-4 experiment. Not as successful as last season. And we go straight to the schedule now and show you that really. So we won the World Cup Championships, actually. So I suppose that's good. Bet Liverpool 4-3. And we won the Carabao Cup as well, did we? Carabao Cup final, Arsenal 2-1. So that's 2 trophies. And along with the Champions League as well, that's 3 trophies. So essentially that's a treble. So I'll take that. But the results weren't great everywhere. Community Shield we didn't win. We lost 4-0 away to United. Good job that wasn't in the Champions League final. Some really, really good, lot of greens there, including a 9-2 against Bournemouth. Lost a couple of games there, but they were hard ones. So it was away at Tottenham, away at Spurs, and away at Atletico Madrid there, 3-2. So if we look at the statistics there, yeah, tight game, 16 shots to 21 clear-cut chance each away from home. Not too fussed with that. Let's have a little look at the... Yeah, so Vinny and Hart, so the front four didn't really play well. So that's the thing, if you've got 4 players up front, you think at least one of them will play well, don't you? So lost there, let's look at the Tottenham game. So Haaland played okay, but no one else had a good game there. We had 3 clear-cut chances. Okay, so we lost that game. Drew with Roma, but barely 5-0. Absolute hammer in there where Fati scored a hat-trick. And then Vinny Jr. and Haaland on the score sheet as well. Carabao quarter-final against Everton on penalties. We're going to win it, obviously. 4-0 against Fenerbahce. That's a good result. The stats there. 60% possession, 3 clear-cut chances against 5 shots and 40% possession. That's really good there. Really good underlying stats. 6-1 against Brighton then as well. So we hammered them, absolutely hammered them twice. But that's to be expected. We've got a very good team. 4 clear-cut chances, almost 40 shots. So some really, really good results here at the start of the team. Salford there in the FA Cup. Saucy little game. A couple of losses creeping in then. Away at Liverpool in the Premier League. And away at Villa in the Premier League. Oh, that's not a nice one to take. They had 3 clear-cut chances. It's been on the break there. 24 shots, but no clear chances. No one played well. So you have those days, I guess. And it's how you react to that, really. And we did react well. 2-0 in the first round to Ajax there away. Vinny Jr., Haaland and Gerhardt up front there from Patrick Kluivert. It's shaking it up a little bit. Interesting. Good result. And then, yeah, a bit shaky towards the end then. So 3-3. God. 3-3 away at Burnley. Neves scores 2, Vinny Jr. Lose the FA Cup semi-final to Bournemouth. That was disappointing. Can't remember if I managed that game or not, or whether it was my assistant. I came back around this time of year. Bournemouth in this formation that they're playing, and oh dear, these guys, they're our bogey team. 2 clear-cut chances, 19 shots, we still didn't win. So we bet United at home then, and we lost 1-0 away in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final to Inter Milan. That was their team. This was our team. Again, they dominated possession actually, and the shots. We had a couple of clear-cut chances. They deserved to win that game then. Drew with Arsenal, and then we absolutely smashed Inter Milan 5-0. Haaland and Fati both had 9.5s. Both scored 2 goals each, and Hoy scores a header as well. I managed that game. I remember that one. And then I came in and played the kids against Leeds, and somehow we had the worst performance of the season. I didn't necessarily play the kids, sorry. I played people who needed games for their development. So like Bellingham, Jota wasn't happy. Ali Smith, obviously, we spoke about. We want him to develop. Wow, look how good he's getting now, Ali Smith. He'll come in and play next season probably. But yeah, these guys needed games. Greenwood hadn't had enough games. But yeah, somehow we managed to lose at 4-2, and I got no idea how. We had 4 clear-cut chances. They did have 3. And this was the weirdest game. So again, not playing. Maybe it was a performance management thing, because I played essentially the same team again, I think. Who'd lost before, and then the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose again, isn't it, I guess? So basically Norwich hammered us. So just take that. But then we played Swansea and we won 5-1. So, and again, I think I played the same team again, just to rack those numbers up for the guys. But we hammered Swansea, which is good to get us in good form for our Champions League Cup final win against United at Old Trafford. If you haven't seen it, check out last week's video. We've got the whole game up for you there. So that is that side of things. Looking into our staff then, we have still got Patrick Kluivert as our assistant manager, who managed the majority of this season for us. Well done, Paddy Kluivert. Like I said, we stepped in January, made some signings, free transfers, majority of them, young players for under 18s. And we played the last few games, and we played the Champions Cup final. So Patrick Kluivert did well. Go to the development centre then. We kept hold of our staff, kept hold of Trelaw, and he ended up doing a really good job. He finished second in the league with our under-23s. If we have a look at the squad that he had generally at his disposal, it's actually very good. So we'll have a look at reports here. So in terms of potential ability and actual abilities, Balcom's out on loan. He's got Asunso here, 19-year-old. Diaz, who we've seen, Jack Scott. We couldn't get a loan for him, I don't think, so he played the majority of the games in the 23s, which is unfortunate. Just not quite good enough, really, but we do like him. Terry Taylor, again, similar. A couple of really good prospects then. Bergman, how's he looking? Yeah, he's getting better. Maybe start bringing him into the first team now next season. And Ali Smith as well, who's actually stepped up into the first team. We saw him earlier. Chad Banks there, Morgan Gibbs-White, Rayner on loan. Still haven't managed to get his work permit. Makes us a little bit sad. Besic stepped in and for a place on the bench in a Champions Cup final. So that is the 23s. 18s then. A lot of potential in the 18s. This guy here, Garcia, 18-year-old centre midfielder. Like we spoke about, Neves aging. Who's going to take that spot? I think it's probably Veloso who's going to take that spot, to be honest with you. Look at this guy here, right back, David Kirgosen. We signed him a couple of years ago. So he's definitely going to step up into the... No, what am I talking about? This is the guy we spent loads of money on, right? No, it's not. But he's class. He's almost as good as the other French guy. Where is the other French guy? Anyway, so that's the 18s. The 18s are doing really well. And that's basically our feeder club. We'll compare these two together now. Where's he gone? I can't really click it because my face is in the way. Let me just move my face out of the way for you guys. Don't move them down here. Compare with what was the guy's name? Bergman, Basil, Aris, Diaz, no. Karugastein or something, that was him. Oh my god, so these guys are very, very similar. I just spent 50 million on this one. Oh dear. Never mind, live and learn. I mean, we've got to spend the money somewhere, to be honest with you, haven't we? I mean, where are we going to spend the money on this squad next season? It's so good. The squad's so good. We're going to have to invest next season in tactics, getting our 4-4-2 experiment tactic nailed down a little bit more in terms of conceding less goals. Let's have a look at that, bring it up. We like the tactic in terms of it fits all the personnel into the same tactic, all the attacking personnel we have, like Vinny Jr., Fati and Haaland, for example. Gelhardt, or maybe there's a case for putting Fati on the right here. If you watched the last episode, we talked about the asymmetrical season 6 tactic we made, but we didn't actually ever use, which would look a little something like this. And we'd need that extra midfielder. Fati would play on the wing there, and Gelhardt would be replaced with someone like Bellingham, for example. But with this, the way we set it up, Bellingham would be replaced with Cuisance because he's left-footed. Bear with me here. It just looks balanced now when you do it like this. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so Cuisance. So he's left-footed. So the Mezzala there on the left kind of plays as a half winger with his left foot when the inside forward cuts in, and then Mezzala comes out, etc. And you've also got a supporting wing back there as well. Whereas on the other side, you've got an attacking wing back who can overlap with an attacking winger as well. But you've got a box-to-box midfielder who can kind of cover the defensive side of it. So it's well thought out, and there's also an asymmetrical version as well where the Mezzala plays on the right and the inside forwards plays on the right, for example. If you want to download these tactics, let us know how they work for you. Head on over to Patreon if you want to become a patron. Maybe we'll use it in the next season because we did a lot of work on it and we never used it. But it'd be a shame to get rid of the 4-4-2 experiment, which done so. At the end of the day, the experimenters want us where's it gone? I'm going to play an attacking this year. It's one of the Champions League at the end of the day, so we'll see what we do next season. Tune in for next season. There will be developments. Thank you very much for watching, and head on over to Patreon. Subscribe if you are new. Smash a like. Thanks for watching. See you next time.